So the Zenless Zone Zero patch 3.0 livestream just ended, and in it they went over all of the cool new things that we can expect when the update arrives later this month on June 17th. Now whether you missed it or you don't have time to rewatch it, I'll give you a quick rundown on everything covered on the stream. First things first though, the redemption code is BEYONDTHECLOUDS. Make sure you redeem this quickly as it only lasts a day, but there is also a Twitter event where you could win 10 master tapes. All you have to do is follow the Twitter account and quote the tweet with the corresponding hashtag. This event is also only for a limited time, so be sure to act fast. Starting off with the main story content though, we are of course going to be traveling to Roscalifer, the place where anything you desire can be found. Led by the Administrative Affairs Department, Director Eldrada Sunbringer, with the second department being the Central Computing Department, led by Drosane Sunbringer. Then there's the third department, which is the Airspace Patrol Department, led by Lindvern Sunbringer. The fourth department is the External Strategy Department, led by Velina Airgid, and the fifth department being the Flint Workshop, led by Claret Flint. That's right, you heard me correctly, there are actually 3 Sunbringers. And during this new story, the proxies will start to get their own hands dirty with Pyrois. The new area to be explored in this story will be Buastrum, the most important island of Roscalifer, including this region's new daily check-in shop, Roran Breckies. And of course, Tin Master is also here to keep providing us with coffee daily. And our video store has set up shop here too. There will also be some new exploration methods used in Roscalifer, like taking control of cameras to get different views and see the secrets that you might not see initially. You can then also have Eos explore with a little backpack as a little mini drone. A new region of course also means new enemies, like the Autonomous Assault Unit Airspace Sentinel, the City Guardbu, or the big scorpion-like ethereal Gira Blulu, which will also let you trigger dual parries against it, indicated by the X flash before the attack, assuming you have 2 agents in the party that can do a defensive assist, as opposed to an evasive assist. There's also a new collection system where you can keep track of everything that you find in Roscalifer, earning rewards the more you collect, transforming the statue the more you find, and also earning rewards along the way. Similar to the statue in Penacony if you played Honkai Star Rail. In the main story though, we're going to be investigating a mysterious bamboo chip that was developed by the group that Velina and Norma belong to. Meanwhile, we'll also run into some strange ethereals as well as Remiel during our investigation. Next up, let's talk about the new kits though. Starting with Velina, our first wind anomaly agent. As a reminder, when you trigger a wind anomaly, it applies Windswept, which increases the wind damage taken by an enemy. And if another anomaly is applied, instead of triggering a disorder, it will trigger a vortex effect instead. This vortex will deal AoE damage around the enemy. Now, whenever a vortex is triggered, Velina will summon a small cyclone and get 1 stack of wind bite. At 2 stacks, the next time she summons a cyclone, it'll be a larger and much more powerful one. And once that cyclone does end, it'll also trigger a bloom damage to any surviving enemies still affected by Windswept. When a Windswept enemy is hit by an attack of a different element, it triggers contamination, which also causes them to take more damage from the corresponding element as well as wind. If a cyclone hits an enemy affected by contamination, the cyclone will also take out that element and deal that type of damage, while reducing the enemy's anomaly buildup resistance to both wind and the corresponding element, helping you apply the anomalies faster for another retrigger of vortex and contamination. With 2 stacks of Windswept, she can also manually send out the big cyclone herself by holding down basic attack or special attack. Next is the fire stunner Norma. Norma has the ability to give her teammates extra chain attack triggers. She can hold down her basic attack button to do an attack that ends off with a quick assist to the previous character. But when she has enough preheated chamber, she uses this to convert that quick assist into a chain attack instead. In order to get preheated chamber, Norma needs to spend time in battle, but she doesn't necessarily have to be on point though. She can be off-field and have her hat build up the preheated gauge for her. Otherwise, her EX special will also build up preheated chamber as she sends out a barrage of missiles. You can hold down the EX button to extend the duration of the skill, consuming more energy and building up more preheated chamber. After the EX skill is used, Norma will place 2 turrets on the field that automatically attack enemies. After an enemy is stunned, or when preheated chamber is used to trigger a chain attack, these turrets will also shoot out extra missiles for a period of time. And then next up is Pyrois, the ether attacker. You can swap between Bell and Weiss in the overworld and change their outfits, and depending on your selection, who appears next to Pyrois during battles will change too, so you won't be locked into the sibling that you chose at the start of the game. Pyrois has 4 different ultimates that you can select when using it. The upper branch builds up solar prominence and enters the mirage state, making the ultimate deal increased damage to stunned enemies. The lower branch increases energy regeneration and damage dealt for a period of time, and also if an EX special attack triggers a perfect block, they will also recover solar prominence. The left branch deals extra damage to enemies that are contaminated, and the right branch will trigger a totalize effect when hitting a stunned enemy. Otherwise, solar prominence is also used to enhance Pyrois' basic attacks. A somewhat simple attacker aside from the 4 unique ultimates, but we will be getting Pyrois for free, so it's okay. Alongside all of these new agents, we also have a new S-rank Bangbu, Ultra Jake. With enough agents from Roscalifer on the team, Jake also restores energy for the whole squad and boosts his own damage. In the first half of version 3.0 though, will be the banner for Velina alongside a rerun for Ye Xingwang. Meanwhile, the second half will feature Norma and a rerun for Sinner. Coming out with Velina will also be the new outfit that you can buy, the Shade of Leisure, a casual outfit for Velina. This of course will be discounted at first during the patch 3.0 and will later be added permanently at the regular price. Now, if you're looking to get some extra monochrome to purchase that skin, then I might have a suggestion for you. Why not try using U7Buy? A fast, safe, and affordable place to purchase top-ups for a bunch of different games, including of course Zenless Zone Zero. And there's no need to worry about the reliability. As you can see by the reviews of U7Buy over on Trustpilot, they are highly rated. U7Buy's Zenless Zone Zero top-up page lets you recharge instantly for a fraction of the price. You'll see the prices look similar to in-game at first, but once you hit buy now, the price drops at checkout to the actual discounted amount. You're paying less without even realizing it at first. And the process is simple. Just select your server, enter your UID, complete the payment, and the monochrome will be sent directly to your account in seconds. No other account information necessary. And if you want to save even more, you can also use my discount code SHANA for another 8% off your purchase. So click the link in the description below and head on over to U7Buy and start saving today. Moving on to the events that we can expect to see in 3.0. Firstly, there will be a new permanent mode called Bang Bang, the Genius and the Miracle Chip, where we will assemble a team of Bangbu collaborators to take part in the teamfight tactics-like game mode that we had a taste of back in Season 2. This mode has plenty of rewards to go through, including of course Polychrome. As a permanent mode, it will also have daily quests too, so be sure to check in every day for some rewards. But don't worry though, there is also a quick clear function that will be unlocked once you progress far enough. Then there is the Assemble Mock Exam Comeback Plan event, where Velina invites the proxies to participate in a series of combat simulation drills, which has us go into a Toho-like bullet hell scroller game mode. Through this game mode, we will get a free A-rank engine, as well as a hamster cage pass. In the Tales of the Hobbling Crow event, a Bangbu named Hobble attempts to solve a mysterious case, and we help them out by going on various different commissions. We will also meet Vice President Crow, who was meant to be in charge of this case as well. Version 3.0 will also introduce a new game mode, Annihilation Simulacrum, a mode centered around high difficulty boss challenges, with both standard and extreme game modes. There will be 3 bosses available at launch, although with altered mechanics from before. Also in this mode, the bosses will have no weakness, but also no resistance. So you are a lot more free to choose whoever you want, so long as you focus on fulfilling the mechanic requirements, specific to each boss. In standard mode, you can use all of the different trial agents at fixed enhancement levels, none of your own agents, but notably some will have some extra combat enhancements too, to help them shine in battle. Meanwhile, in extreme mode, you'll only have a handful of agents to choose from that are all at a pre-upgraded level. As the game goes on though, more enemies will hopefully be added to this game mode in the future. Then in the event, Combat Partner Synergy Test System, we'll be using teams of 2 again, although 2 teams of 2 in this point, so 4 agents in total, although supposedly the agents do need to have something in common between them when you pair them up. By completing these battles and missions will earn you a tuning calibrator, a title, and of course some more polychrome. And then in the Art is Bangbu event, this will be the standard type of event where we simply use up battery charge each day that you can then turn in to get some polychrome as well as other rewards. And then lastly, in the event Good Morning Roscalifer, which is actually going live today, it is a web event that can also be accessed in-game as you help guide some Bangbus as a counselor to earn a little title, some polychrome, and other rewards. Introduced in 3.0 will also be 2 new disc sets. The Withering Salon for wind agents, increasing anomaly proficiency when you use an EX special, and also increasing wind damage whenever Windswept is triggered, so whenever you trigger a wind anomaly. The next disc set is the Sky Ablaze, which increases ether damage as well as crit damage and attack. Obviously, Withering Salon is a set for Velina, while Sky Ablaze is a set for ether attackers, such as Shuyan or the new Pyrois. And then for the optimizations of patch 3.0, firstly, for those of you with a clogged up disk drive inventory, there will be a Drive Disk Smart Discard function, where you can discard all unwanted disks based on your own set requirements, without having to manually select them each and every time. Also, this is a kind of funny one, but they mentioned that they will also gradually start simplifying skill text in combat descriptions, instead having little battle terms that you can hover over for more detailed explanations, which is really nice because some of these skills and effects are starting to read a bit like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, with a lot of fluff in between the words really, like you only really look at the highlighted words to know what's happening. And for those on PC, there have also been lots of general visual improvements, such as lighting adjustments, and for those with a decent enough rig, you can also enable ray tracing to get the full extent of these visual improvements. And for those of you wanting a higher frame rate, they've also added a frame generation option for those that want to enable it. And to get more people back into the game, there's also the Return to Redo event, where you can get up to 340 polychrome for inviting returning players to the game. You could also stand a chance to win other various rewards, such as a console or merch. And alongside the 3.0 release of Zenless Zone Zero, 3.0, it'll also be officially coming to Steam platforms too, so do keep an eye out for that if you want to play the game on Steam. And to welcome us to Roscalifer, we will also be getting new outfits for Belle and Weiss, and of course, the Pyrois agent will be given to everyone for free on login. And throughout the story of patch 3.0, we will also be able to get more mindscapes and Pyrois' signature engine to upgrade him throughout the story. We can also expect to receive a total of 1,600 Polychrome 2 throughout the patch as a special gift. And then lastly, they did remind us that version 3.1 will be the second anniversary of Zenless Zone Zero, and that is something that we should all look out for, as they did mention that plans are already underway to make it nice and big. Otherwise though, that is everything that can be expected for patch 3.0 coming in just under 2 weeks from now in June 17th. Are you excited about the patch? Will you be pulling for Velina and Norma? What about that skin though? Are you excited for any other things in the patch? I myself am excited for that hardcore game mode, I will say, and of course, experiencing the story myself. Let me know down in the comments below though what you are most excited for. Otherwise, until next time, bye bye!